Alright, it's Tuesday, which means it's time for another episode of My Favorite Weapons of Battlefield 1. Today I'm bringing you the Ribeyrolles, which I probably just destroyed the pronunciation of that. I speak no French, so we're just going to call it the McRib because it's meaty and pretty hard to find these days. It was designed in 1916 in France, obviously, as an attempt to create an automatic rifle. So it didn't really work out, but it was actually produced from 1916 to 1920. I do not know if it ever saw actual service in the war. Statistically, this is a pretty standard assault weapon. You've got a damage of 23 maximum and 15 minimum, which is a 5 to 7 shot kill. Not bad. Its rounds per minute is 550, which is I think the same as the MP18, which is what it's most comparable to. Its muzzle velocity is 520 meters per second. Its magazine size is only 25 rounds, so that makes it kind of funky. Its reload time when empty is 2.76 seconds, and when there's rounds left, it's 2.1 seconds. So not going to make a huge difference if you have rounds left or if you're completely out. So don't really worry about that. Recoil is 0.42 up and 0.16 left and right, which means you're going to see an almost entirely vertical recoil, which is one of the drawbacks to this weapon because it has an unusually bright muzzle flash to me. I don't know if that is a common complaint or not, but it drives me insane sometimes. It's why it's harder for me to keep it on target at some ranges. The loadout I prefer to use is the 1.25 magnification, a bayonet, and I keep the recoil centered, just like all of the world. I usually use the number 3 revolver. You'll see me use the C93 in the video, or the Howdah pistol. The Howdah is great because if you do run out of those rounds, I'm assuming you're in close quarters, you're going to want to drop that out, blast away with that shotgun. Works okay. It's still not the best sidearm. It's very one-dimensional. I also use the AT rocket gun, the anti-tank grenade, the light anti-tank grenade, and the club, because I'm still working on the cogwheel club. But I use all those as compared to like an anti-infantry grenade, because I still think the assault class's main purpose is vehicle removal, so that is your main priority. Even though if I'm playing on a non-vehicle game mode, I'll change it up a little bit, maybe some dynamite, maybe an incendiary grenade, maybe even gas grenades. But generally I'm going to play Conquest, Classic, and I know they're going to be vehicles, and I make it my mission in life to take those out. So with the playstyle for this weapon, I prefer to stay at mid to close range. You can bipod up. I do love the fact this weapon has a bipod. It turns it into kind of a mini light machine gun. It's not great. It's not the Hellreel defensive, but you can hold down a point, as you'll see several times throughout this video, me laying down on a hill, spraying away at targets, because with a bipod, you are literally firing a laser. It's an awesome laser, but it's one of my favorite things about Battlefield 1 period is what they've done with the bipods, because every other game before I was just like, these are useless, these are pointless, why are these here? But in Battlefield 1, I love the bipods on the light machine guns, I love them on the Hellreel defensive, and I especially love them on my precious McRib. Avoid extreme CQB. Like, don't try to get in there and mix it up with the automaticos and the shotties. Just don't. It's not worth your time. Unless you've got ridiculous stick skills, they're probably going to work you. As a personal note, this is absolutely one of my favorite weapons in Battlefield 1. I know the series is called My Favorite Weapons of Battlefield 1, but this one really takes the cake. I feel like it's extremely strong, and it's one of my... when I go to this weapon, I feel like I can just dominate from any range and at virtually any game mode. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, or subscribe, and you can also follow me on Twitter at JOM_games, and I do have a Twitch channel, although I will not be posting Battlefield videos on there. It'll be mostly indie PC games at JOM_games on Twitch. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope all of you are having a great week.